Hello, welcome to my student support system. In today's class, we will discuss about waste disposal methods. This lecture is in English, and if you want to study in Hindi, just click on I button and you will get link of Hindi lecture, or you can directly visit to my channel, my student support system. Waste disposal. What is waste disposal? Waste disposal is a big issue and environmental health concern in each setting. It is absolutely necessary to dispose waste in a proper manner, otherwise it will cause a big public health problem. What are the health hazards of collected solid waste? First we should understand, then we will go for disposal methods. So first, if the solid waste is not disposed properly, it may become health hazards. Following are the possible health hazards of collected waste. Number one, heap of the garbage may provide breeding place for flies and insects. It allows rodents and vermin to stay and grow, which are health hazards for people living nearby. The pathogens which may be present in the solid waste may be transmitted to man through flies and dust. There is a possibility of air, water, and soil pollution due to collected waste. Heaps of refuse present an unsightly appearance and nuisance from bad odor. What are the sources of refuse from where this garbage is collected? There are many sources. First is domestic refuse. The domestic refuse consists of ash, rubbish, and garbage. What is ash? Ash is the residue from the fire used for cooking and heating, especially when we use wooden fuel in rural communities and in some urban areas also. Rubbish comprises paper, clothing, bits of wood, metal, glass, dust, and dirt. Then garbage. Garbage is the matter from the preparation, cooking, and consumption of food. It consists of waste food, vegetable peelings, and other organic matters. Street refuse. The refuse that is collected by the street cleaning services or scavenging called street refuse. It consists of leaves, straw, paper, animal droppings, and litter of all kinds. Market refuse. Market refuse is a little bit like street refuse. The refuse that is collected from the market is called market refuse. It contains a large proportion of potted vegetables and animal matter. Stable or animal shelter refuse. The refuse that is collected from the stable is called stable litter. It contains mainly animal droppings and leftover animal feed. Industrial refuse. Industrial refuse consists of a wide variety of waste ranging from completely inert material such as calcium carbonate to highly toxic and explosive compounds. Now we come to waste management. The solid waste management includes three steps: storage, collection, and disposal. What is storage? The first step in solid waste management is proper storage of the refuse while awaiting for collection. The steel, plastic dustbins with close fitting cover is suitable for receptacle for the storage of refuse. The capacity of this bin or dustbin will depend upon the number of users and frequency of collection. Refuse may be stored in a paper sack and the sack itself is removed with the content for disposal and a new sack is substituted or replaced. It is biodegradable and therefore a good and clean system. Public dustbins cater for a large number of people. Small dustbins are fixed at a place, while big dustbins are movable and they are kept on a concrete platform 2 to 3 inches raised from the above from the ground level to prevent flood water entering in the bins. Second step is collection. House to house collection is the best method for collecting refuse. Only at some places in urban areas this kind of facility is available. In majority of areas, people are expected to dump the refuse in nearest public bin. The refuse is then transported in refuse collection vehicles to the place of ultimate disposal. Dead animals are directly transported to the place of disposal. The open refuse collection cart should be abandoned or avoided and replaced by enclosed bins. Now we come to disposal. There are many methods of waste disposal such as dumping, controlled tipping, incineration, composting, manure pits and burying. Now we will discuss them one by one. First is dumping. Dumping is an easy method for disposal of dry refuse. As a result of bacterial action, this refuse decreases considerably in the volume and is converted gradually into humus. But it is not a good method. It has some drawbacks such as the refuse is exposed to flies, rodents and insects. It is the source of nuisance from smell and unsightly appearance. The loose refuse is dispersed by the action of wind and results in air pollution, and the drainage nearby from the dump contribute to the pollution of surface and groundwater. Controlled tipping. Controlled tipping or sanitary landfill is the most satisfactory method of refuse disposal. It differs from ordinary dumping in that the material is placed in a trench, adequately compacted and covered with earth at the end of the working day. A long trench is dug out 2 to 3 meter deep and 4 to 12 meter wide depending upon the local conditions and availability of land. The refuse is compacted, pressed and covered with the evacuated earth or soil. The compacted refuse is placed in the trench to a depth of 2 meter and then covered with soil. The chemical, bacteriological and physical changes occur in the buried refuse. The temperature rises to over 60 degrees within 7 days and kill all the pathogens and hasten the decomposition process. Then it takes 2 to 3 weeks to cool down and normally it takes 4 to 6 months to complete decomposition of the organic matter. Then incineration. Incineration means burning. Burning of refuse is also known as incineration. Hospital refuse, which is particularly dangerous, is best disposed by incineration. Incineration is used in several industrialized countries, particularly in the large cities due to lack of suitable land. Then composting. Composting is a method of combined disposal of refuse and human excreta. Composting is a process of nature whereby the organic matter break down under the bacterial action resulting in formation of compost which has considerable mineral value for the soil. The following methods of composting are used in India. There is Bangalore method or anaerobic method and mechanical composting or aerobic method. What is Bangalore method? It is recommended. It has been recommended as a satisfactory method of disposal of town waste and night soil. Trenches are dug 3 feet deep, 5 to 8 feet broad, and 15 to 30 feet long, depending upon the amount of refuse and night soil to be disposed of. The pit should be located not less than 800 meters from the city limits. Then a first layer of refuse is about 15 centimeter thick, is spread at the bottom of the trench, and over this night soil, or we can say human excreta, is added to a corresponding thickness of 5 centimeter. Then alternate layers of refuse, night soil, refuse and night soil, they are added in the proportion of 15 centimeter and 5 centimeter respectively, till the heap rises to 30 centimeter above the ground level. And finally, the top layer should be of refuse at least 25 centimeter thickness. Then the heap is covered with excavated earth or soil. Within 7 days, as a result of bacterial action, considerable heat is produced in the mass, and this intense heat over 2 to 3 weeks help to decompose the refuse and night soil and destroy all the pathogenic and parasitic organisms. At the end of 4 to 6 months, the decomposition is complete and manure is formed. Then mechanical composting method. This mechanical composting method is little bit fast. In this method, the compost manufactured on large scale by processing of refuse. The refuse is first cleared of salvageable material such as rag, bone, metal, glass, and the items which are likely to interfere with the grinding operation. The refuse is then grinded and mixed with sewage, sludge or night soil in a rotating machine and incubated. The factors which are controlled in the operation are a certain carbon-nitrogen ratio, temperature, moisture, pH and aeration. The entire process of composting is completed in 4 to 6 weeks. Then we come to manure pit. The problem of refuse disposal in rural areas can be solved by digging a manure pit by individual householders. It is small. The garbage, kettle dung, straw and leaves should be dumped into the manure pit and covered with soil after each day of dumping. 2 such pits are needed. When one manure pit is full, it is closed. In next 5 to 6 months, the refuse is converted into manure, which is returned to the field or used in the fields, and till that time the another manure pit is used. This method of refuse disposal is effective and relatively simple in rural communities. Then finally, burial. This method is suitable for small camps or small parties or picnics. A trench of 1.5 meter wide and 2 meter deep is excavated, and at the end of each day the refuse is covered with 20 to 30 centimeter of soil. When the level of trench is 40 centimeter above of the ground, the trench is filled with the earth and compacted 40 centimeter below the ground, and then it is compacted and new trench is formed. So this is the burial method. So this is all about proper waste disposal. Under this you can get some short notes in the examination and a big question also. Thank you student for watching this video. You can uh, like Facebook page of my student support system so that you can get latest notification. You can subscribe the channel, and for making your notes just visit mynursingstudents.blogspot.com. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram and join Facebook group Nursing. Thank you. Have a nice day.